And so I'm delighted to be offering a few comments as to why the Church needs a pilgrimage of justice and peace. I'm holding here a map of the Caribbean region, and the red lines indicate the voyages of Christopher Columbus. On the other side, I have a map without the lines, but the lines really remain in our present. With the coming of Christopher Columbus to the Caribbean islands came ideas of mission, but really historians tell us he came to get money and gold and whatever else was available in the Caribbean. But it is true to say he did bring the Christian gospel. In 1655, the British came. They also came to make money for the empire, but they also brought the Christian message. Over time, many denominations have grown out of the original established church, meaning the Roman Catholic Church and the Anglican Church. We have a whole range of churches. And then we have what we call people's churches, where people in communities have developed their own forms of theology. That part of the missionary enterprise in the Caribbean did redound to the benefit of the area, to the extent that we have surviving schools and colleges and hospitals, and part of the infrastructure from the old empire. The Church is being called upon with urgency to address in a more pointed manner many of the difficulties which face the region. For example, human trafficking is known to be a problem across the world. The Caribbean has not escaped that. Globalization is known to be a problem in many parts of the world, with only a few countries benefiting. The Caribbean region would be among the regions which do not benefit from globalization. There are incidents of much violence in parts of the Caribbean. Some violence would be domestic violence. Some violence would be random violence. Some violence would be brought into the society by persons who have come in for one reason or another. In the short time available, I will give a couple of examples of ways in which the Church is trying to contribute meaningfully to a pilgrim of peace and justice. There is one example where a particular church, the United Church in Jamaica and the Cayman Islands, has set up a project which is in the business of helping to restore persons to dignity, persons who had found themselves in prostitution or who were the victims of human trafficking. The Church quite often teams up with government ministries such as the Ministries of Justice and social services, which speak to situations of unease and go in a role of partnership as together we journey. The Church does preach the message that eternal life is what we are aiming for as Christian people and as believers, but that before that time comes, people have to live on this earth, and God would want us to have a good life. God would want us to have a bountiful life and an abundant life. So despite our history, the Church preaches a message of the abundant life and of the peaceful life.